Okay, let's try this again. Part 2. That's right, I got shut off. I'm hooked up to the main computer now. Last week, I was talking about fiat money, and my brother said, there are some dumb people out there who don't know what fiat money is. This is really no surprise because our educational system is fixed by the NWO. They don't want you to know anything. Fiat money. Fiat money is not backed by anything. In the beginning, money was backed by gold and silver. There is no gold or silver in Fort Knox that belongs to America. The gold belongs to Germany. In recent times, fiat money was backed by Saudi oil. We are not on good terms with the Saudis as of recent. So now, this is backed by debt. The more that is printed, the more debt is accumulated. That is what fiat money is about. It is worthless and is backed by the accumulation of debt. The original idea was to have the fiat money backed by products that were created by small businesses and farming. In other words, working class Americans. But that was done away with too. There are no farmers anymore. There are no small businesses. It's all corporations. Corporate corrupt America. Abraham Lincoln was the first president to create his own currency, greenbacks, debt free money. He was assassinated not because of the Civil War or because of slavery or any of that. That's not what the war was about. The war was about states' rights. And he was killed because of his debt free money. Later on down the line, Kennedy tried to have his own currency, and he was killed for that. Now you're going to say, oh, who did it? Well, Booth was part of the New World Order, whether you want to accept that or not. And Oswald was just a patsy. He said it himself. The culprit is the American bankers and the World Bank. George Soros, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds. They run the Federal Reserve. They're all about debt and enslavement. The enslavement of the masses by the fiat money system they created. So I hope this all clears up. Fiat money. Debt-free money is what is needed. But it'll never happen because the government is in the pockets of the bankers. And the Constitution says that the Congress can uh, print its own money. And both Lincoln and Kennedy initiated that. But they won't do it now. You can forget that. Only thing that's going to solve what's going on now, because it's too late to do anything that anyone is suggesting about peaceful disobedience and all that. That's not going to work. Is a revolution. And I don't think we have the stomach for it. But I'm just letting you know that this is the master unless you want to do something about it. I said last week, that's number one evil in the world. And that's enough on that. Let's talk about faith. Faith goes back all the way to Constantine, and the near fall of the Roman Empire. It wasn't about seeing the cross in the sky because he won a great victory and all that. It was because he wanted to keep the empire together. The only way he could do that was to adopt Christianity. something good became corrupt because of one man and became the second greatest evil on the planet. Because whether anyone wants to admit it or not, the Holy Roman Empire, going back to Constantine's Christian Roman Empire, created Islam. Yes, Muslims, you were created by the church. They needed an antichrist faith, and you're the perfect culprit. There is a blueprint for the New World Order. But the New World Order is not organized. You have all these groups that are basically at each other's throats because they want to be the New World Order. Now, there are individuals like the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, who want to bring the New World Order to fruition. But how are they going to do that if they are all at each other's throats? They created Islam to be the Antichrist faith. I don't think they can control them. They try to control them through the Saudi Arabs, who were created by the British Empire during the time after World War II. But then the corrupt Zionists created Shia Islam to offset that. And, it just gets more and more complicated and more of a mess. Because then you have Sunnis and Shiites at each other's throat. And then you have the fractured Christian church and all this. All because of Jesuit Catholics who were the soldiers of the Roman Church. And of course, you have the Knights Templars and all of that mess. That's what made faith the second greatest evil on the planet. I don't practice any of that. I have my own beliefs. And this is all New World Order. You can find the blueprint on the internet. on YouTube. They don't hide it because they know that you can't do nothing about it. They don't view you as a threat. They don't view us as a threat. So it's really up to the American people themselves. Be a slave to money and faith. Fiat money and faith. Or stand against it. Stand up for yourselves and start a revolution. We can go the peaceful route at first, but I don't think that's going to work. We'll eventually end up having to remove the corrupt government and install a new one using the Constitution as a springboard, taking the power back away from the government, shortening time in office for the politicians. No more career politicians. 8 to 10 years as a politician is a good thing, and then go home. That's the way it was intended. You have a great weekend, and I'll catch you next week.